Hi, I'm Alex Pearlman coming to you live from the Life is Good Festival in the RadioBDC Boston.com tent. And I'm here with Josh Panda. How are you?
I'm doing great. Life is good.
Life is good. And I caught your set earlier. You were fantastic. That was a treat, truly. Are you always that animated with the dancing and everything? Your live show is amazing.
Just on the stage. You know, it's like I put on my performance pants, and when the show's over, I fold them up and put them in the bag for the next performance.
All right. Well, I read somewhere that you were a busker in Vermont. So do you do that the whole stage show on the street corner stage, or is it just for festivals?
The busking was humble beginnings. You know, I started in Charlotte, where I'm from, Charlotte, North Carolina. Then took it to Brooklyn, and I stayed in Brooklyn for a little while, then took it up to Burlington, Vermont. And honestly, it was how I got started in Burlington. It's how I made all my connections there, my friends, the musicians I still play with.
And do you still go out and play on the street?
No, fortunately at this point, there are enough shows that it takes up most of my time, and I love busking. I go out with friends occasionally, but
do you? The
big stage is where my heart's at.
And do you ever go out and take the what is it, a keytar? That was so fantastic. The keytar.
Yeah, that's something I sort of bought on a whim, and Leon Campos, our keyboard player,
he's fantastic.
He's absolutely fantastic. And I showed it to him one day, and he picked it up and played it. I said, okay, well now I know why I bought that. And
he clearly, has a connection with it. It was mesmerizing to watch.
They were born for one another.
Yeah. Does it have a name?
Lucina.
Lucina, I love it. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So how long have you guys been playing together as a band? I know your first album came out and is all the same, in 2009?
2009, the first album came out. Second album, no, not at all.
Yeah,
None of those guys. My backing band changes quite a bit. This particular lineup has been together for most of this year, but it's always, we just call up guys for shows, and whoever is available. It's just the cream of the crop.
And did they come with you to Switzerland? I know your last album is a live album.
The last album was a band called the Joshua Panda Band, which was the same lineup for about a year and a half, and that was just a killer group of musicians. An amazing guitar player named Bob Wagner from Burlington. Steve Haddock, actually, our drummer with the Hot Damned, is the only member that was in that band. Brett Lanier, pedal steel player, Ed Grassmeyer on the bass. And it was stellar. We did a European tour in 2011, and it sort of culminated in a live recording in Switzerland at Power Play Studios.
And that was in Zurich.
And that was it was a magical day. We'd really honed in that set, and we got there, and it felt great.
And is that your favorite? Was that your favorite spot in Europe? Is that why you choose to record that and release that show, or did you like another place better?
My favorite spot in Europe, I fell in love with Holland.
Really?
I really fell in love with Holland. Everywhere we went, the hospitality was, top shelf, and we were really treated like rock stars everywhere we went. But there was just something about Holland and their way. They were a little relaxed, everything about Germany and Switzerland was fantastic, 100% across the board. But I don't know, Holland just
It's still your heart.
Yeah, they stole my heart. They had their collar popped or something. I don't know. They just had a little bit of a swagger that I liked.
So I have to ask you about your boots. You were wearing these fantastic boots on stage, and they were just completely falling apart.
Yes.
But they were gorgeous. What's the story with the boots?
I bought those boots in 2004, maybe. So I've almost had them.
From a thrift store, or?
No, I bought them brand new at Aldo.
Wow.
Of all places, which I'd never even at the time heard of, but they were sitting in the window, and I saw them, and honestly, they reminded me of Buffalo 66, the movie. And so I was like, wow, those boots are amazing. Tried them on, sold. And it was shortly after that I moved up to Brooklyn. And, and especially in New York City, you walk everywhere, whether it's snowy or sunny. And those boots and I walked that whole city while I lived there, and
you still wear them.
And I still wear them. Now I only wear them for shows because they're on their last leg, and I get them repaired when I need to, but I'm in love with those boots.
They definitely do have a certain look.
Yeah, there's some magic in them.
And they go really well with your sound, I think. And you're saying that you're from North Carolina.
Correct, yeah.
And that influences your sound quite a bit, heavily. I would expect.
Heavily, yeah. I grew up in just north of Charlotte. My mother, grandmother, and aunt, I say still are, but they practiced for a long time. They were a gospel singing trio. My mother played piano, and they sang harmonies together.
And you were backup singing, or what?
No, I was just a little boy watching, but that was my biggest influence, and still is. Like, I still think about them, and I think about what they brought to the table and how they performed and the emotion they put into their performance, and that stays with me to this day.
It's very obvious that it's a profound emotion that comes from somewhere inside you. It comes out when you're on stage. It's powerful, and it bleeds out all over the stage.
Thank you.
It's wonderful to watch. So thank you so much for stopping by.
My pleasure.
And thanks for playing Life is Good and coming down.
Anytime.
And so this is Josh Panda, and you can check him out. He was streaming live earlier. And make sure to follow him on Twitter. I'm going to give a shout out because I recently followed you on Twitter, and he's got a lot of really great pictures, and you're very good on Twitter. So my name is Alex Pearlman, and we're live at Life is Good, and this is Boston.com RadioBDC. Thanks.